Hey, I'm going to show you my ultimate SEO AI agent system that generates reports and insights for you on a weekly basis, saving you hours of time. If you're like me, you have to look at your SEO data every week and generate a report for a client, for a boss. This system will generate beautiful reports with actionable insights, not just data, but actionable insights for you. So let's check out what the results look like first before we go into how I built it. Okay, this is the first of 3 reports. The first one is just a weekly data dump. It's got all your data that you need, your weekly changes, your page views, your sessions. It's got your monthly changes and the percentage change and your page level engagements, right? Which pages in particular are performing well, how many active users. So you can use this and copy your data and do any sort of analysis that you need. Very generic dump, but very necessary. Now this is a secret sauce. The second report, which doesn't only pull in Google Analytics, but from other sources like Umami, SERPbear, and Mtomo, which I'll go into, gives you even more details. It gives you page level statistics. Also, the path that users are taking to each page, the engagement, the time spent, your keyword rankings. So there's a lot of information in the second email already, but there's more. This is the third one that's most interesting, which is the weekly SEO expert analysis. It takes all your data in, and instead of just reading data, it gives you actionable insights that you can do to improve your traffic. It looks at all the data sets and tells you exactly what you need to do and recommendations to improve your ranking and your traffic. So the thing that I like the most is probably the surprises. We're getting traffic increase on key pages, but Google is showing a decline in users. So that's interesting because what it's saying is that Google only tracks Google traffic, but using my self-hosted solution, I'm seeing a lot of traffic outside of Google. So this means that I'm getting a lot of traffic outside of Google as well. And so there should be some actionable items I can do to improve my traffic there. The second insight is that, hey, I get a lot of engagement from US, but I'm not getting keywords ranked in the US. So maybe I can get my keywords ranked in the US to get even more because that's my largest demographic. So a lot of insights here, really cool stuff. So before we go into n8n, you need to understand how my system is constructed. At the bottom, we have Google Analytics, which can give you your traffic, how many people are visiting, your page, how much time people are spending on each page, and it's getting your search traffic sources and how many clicks you're getting. That's great. A lot of people do that, but that's not enough for me. That's just level 1, and that's the report you see in the first email. But then we move into SERPbear, Mtomo, Umami, which are 3 self-hosted services that are free to use that I'll teach you how to use in my system. And basically, they track additional data outside of Google Analytics. So in case you didn't know, Google does data sampling, which means not all the data is given to you, right? It's not 100% accurate. And secondly, only tracks Google data, but you have traffic from other sources like AI search engines. You have different search engines. So where does that data come in? So SERPbear gives you keywords, rankings. Mtomo gives you user level, individual level engagement metrics, and Umami gives you high level traffic data. And then the third level is the expert analysis, which is the third email. Yes, you have all this data. Your client or your boss needs something actionable, right? What can you do to actually improve your traffic? The expert analysis can call upon different SEO experts that you like, input it in the system, get the AI to pretend they're that expert and give you an analysis. So basically, you hire an expert for free. So my n8n system has 3 different emails that will be sent to you. The Google data dump, the advanced data with all your self-hosted solutions, and then a weekly expert insight email, which I just showed. So in Google, you'll see that you get, everyone gets the same data, right? But what sets this apart? What makes you different from everybody else? Well, I'm going to show you what the other tools I use that can complement this data. Okay, the first one I want to show is Mtomo, which is, imagine you can find out what each individual person coming to your site is doing. And that's what Mtomo does. You can see here that you can see what each person is clicking on, how much time they're spending on your site. And if you click on individual profile, you can see exactly which page and what actions they're taking. Super cool. and gives you a lot of insights, because through this, you can find out your most engaged users are doing what, right? Some people, you might have a lot of traffic, but they only visit one page and they leave. What are the people that are sticking around and reading 5, 6, 7 different articles and spending 10 minutes on your site? What are they doing? The second is Umami. It gives you a lot of great data. But like I said, Google only gives you Google data, but we have data from Bing and DuckDuckGo and different search engines. That will also be included in your report. And we can't forget, you're getting traffic from ChatGPT, Perplexity. So that is important too. And finally, we use SERPbear to look at keywords, your positions, how it's fluctuating in different countries, how many visits and impressions, and gives you an idea of what keywords you should focus on. In summary, your analysis is as good as the data you put in. Your analysis is only as good as the data you put in. And what's unique about my system is it's the only system that incorporates not only Google data, but multiple sources of data to make this a really complete SEO analysis to give you even more insights. So let's go into the first n8n workflow. My system not only gives you the data, but it also utilizes AI to generate insights and do a lot of cool things. Here is the first weekly report. You can schedule a trigger and make it run every Monday at 7 a.m. or you can press a button and make it run whenever you want. It's pulling in data from my Google Analytics for my weekly data, my monthly data, my page analysis, how much time people are spending on each page, and also my search traffic data. Each one of these are a sub workflow. It will call another workflow, which I'll show you, and then return the data. Once all the data has been grabbed, I have a prompt here, and then it will process the data and it send an email out to you. But it'll also call AI. I'm calling Grok here, but you can change to use whatever you want. And in my system, I'll teach you how you can call OpenRouter for free. This can be run completely for free. And then the second one, I'm calling the self-hosted service like Umami, Mtomo, and SERPbear, and then send in an email. Right? If you don't want it, you can just disconnect it and just run the Google. That's fine. So let's look at one of these sub workflows. In my sub workflow, you need to enter a node where it's waiting for a command from another workflow. Here's that command. It starts pulling data from your Google Analytics, and then you need to run some code to clean the data, format the data. And here I'm running it twice because you're getting last 7 days and then you're getting the last, comparing it to the week before, right? The 7 to 14 days. It cleans the data and then sends it back to the original workflow. So this is getting your monthly data. Let's take a look at another one. Here's another one. Again, it's grabbing some data, cleaning the data, and getting more data. So I have a bunch of these sub workflows that fill into your main workflow. Here it's looking at the page engagements and it's looking for your engagements per page. It's also looking at countries, country views, and a lot of different data, and then importing back. So you're grabbing a lot of different data. So you don't have to go to Google Analytics, export a bunch of files, and then import it, right? So it's all done for you in my workflow. All right, so I showed you the 2 weekly report workflows that generates the data, but this is the most interesting one, which is turning your data into actionable insights. Here you see that it's calling basically all the sub workflows, and then I have a prompt that basically tells you that you are an SEO expert, and it gives some insights into how to run it. But what's really cool is that you can actually change the expert, and I'll show you how. So the whole workflow is controlled by this table, which I will share in my system. I found all the SEO experts that I like, put them in, and you can add your own as well, because the AI is so smart. You can tell AI, you are this person, because AI is really smart, and you can tell AI to play the role of someone. And a lot of these experts have a lot of writing online where AI can actually synthesize their thinking and then help you analyze your data, give you insights based on the expert's writing. So let's pick one. I pick this person, and all I need to do is click the button. They'll say workflow started, and let's go back and check our n8n. And you'll see that it's calling this and is running in the background. And then when it's done, it'll generate a super beautiful report. So that's how the system works. We've covered how my system sends you 3 different emails, your data from Google Analytics, your data from your own self-hosted sources, and an expert analysis email. But if you want to show your clients and your boss and you don't want to present it in an email format, I will also teach you in the system how do you generate an amazing presentation like this one, where they can click around and see all their insights in a really beautiful way. So you can see that there's insights, certain pages have a lot of impressions, traffic sources, a lot of is referral traffic. So you can create amazing reports like this one using my system. So in the end, yes, you can create this on your own. Go ahead if you're an n8n expert. Tying all this together takes a lot of time, a lot of fine tuning, especially the prompting. And I will share all those with you in my AI agent system. So definitely check out the link below to check out my system. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this ultimate SEO agent system.